Hello and welcome to English in Real Life, the podcast that helps you master practical English for everyday situations. I'm your host, and today we're going to focus on a topic that could literally be a matter of life and death for some people: explaining a food allergy to a waiter at a restaurant. If you have a food allergy or dietary restriction, eating out can be stressful, especially in a foreign country or when you're speaking a language that isn't your first. You need to communicate clearly and make sure the restaurant staff truly understands the seriousness of your situation. In today's episode, you'll hear a detailed conversation between a customer named Lisa, who has a severe nut allergy, and a waiter at an Italian restaurant. Lisa is dining with her friend Marco, and we'll hear how she navigates this potentially dangerous situation with clear, confident English. We'll listen to the complete dialogue first, then analyze the most important vocabulary and expressions you need to know, and finally, we'll practice key sentences together so you can use them with confidence when you're dining out. By the end of this episode, you'll know exactly how to explain your allergy, ask the right questions about ingredients, and ensure your meal is safe. This is English that could protect your health. So let's take it seriously and learn it well. Let's begin. Imagine you're sitting down at a nice restaurant. You're looking at the menu, and you realize you need to have an important conversation with your waiter about your food allergy.
Good evening, and welcome to Bella Vista. My name is James, and I'll be taking care of you this evening. Can I start you off with something to drink?
Yes, I'll have a sparkling water, please.
I'll have the same. Thank you.
Perfect. 2 sparkling waters. I'll get those for you right away and give you a few minutes to look over the menu.
Actually, before you go, I need to mention something important. I have a severe nut allergy, and I need to be very careful about what I order.
Oh, okay. Thank you for letting me know. When you say nut allergy, do you mean tree nuts, peanuts, or both?
Both, actually. I'm allergic to all tree nuts like almonds, cashews, walnuts, and also peanuts. It's quite a serious allergy. Even a tiny amount can cause a severe reaction.
I understand. That's really important information. Let me make a note of that on your order right now. And just to clarify, is this an allergy where you could have a life-threatening reaction, or is it more of an intolerance?
It's definitely a severe allergy. I carry an EpiPen with me at all times. If I accidentally consume any nuts, I could go into anaphylactic shock.
Okay, I'm taking this very seriously. Let me also inform the kitchen staff immediately so they're aware. We have several dishes that contain nuts or are prepared with nut oils, so we need to be extremely careful. Have you had a chance to look at the menu yet?
Yes, I was looking at the grilled chicken with vegetables. Does that dish contain any nuts or nut products?
Let me check that for you. The grilled chicken itself doesn't contain nuts, but I need to verify a few things. The marinade might contain certain oils, and I want to make absolutely sure about the sauce that comes with it. Would you mind waiting just a moment while I speak directly with our chef?
Of course not. I really appreciate you taking this so seriously.
This is good. He seems to really understand how important this is.
Okay, I've spoken with Chef Maria, and here's what she told me. The grilled chicken is normally marinated in a mixture that includes olive oil, herbs, and garlic. No nuts in that. However, the sauce that typically accompanies the dish is a pesto sauce, which contains pine nuts.
Oh, definitely not the pesto then. Can the chicken be served without that sauce?
Absolutely. We can serve it with just olive oil and lemon, or we have a tomato-based sauce that's completely nut-free. The chef also mentioned that we need to use a clean grill surface for your chicken because earlier today, we grilled some dishes that contain nuts.
Wow, I really appreciate that level of care. That's exactly the kind of attention to detail I need. The tomato sauce sounds perfect.
Excellent choice. And for the vegetables that come with it, those are simply steamed seasonal vegetables with olive oil and herbs. Nothing to worry about there. The chef will personally prepare your meal and make sure there's absolutely no cross-contamination.
That's wonderful. Thank you so much for being so thorough.
It's not a problem at all. Your safety is our priority. Now, I do need to ask about a few other things. Are you allergic to any other foods? Shellfish, dairy, gluten, anything else?
No, just nuts. Everything else is fine for me.
Perfect. And when I bring out the meals, I'll clearly identify which plate is yours. Is there anything else you'd like to know or any other concerns?
I think I'll have the seafood pasta. That should be fine, right? No nuts in that?
The seafood pasta is completely nut-free, yes. However, because we're preparing a nut-free meal for your friend, I'm going to ask the kitchen to prepare both of your dishes with extra caution, using separate utensils and preparation areas, just to be completely safe.
You've been incredibly helpful. I have to say, this is one of the most professional responses I've had at a restaurant. Some places don't take it seriously enough.
We've had training specifically for handling food allergies, and we take it very seriously here. We actually have a complete allergen information book that lists every ingredient in every dish if you'd ever like to see it.
That's impressive.
Thank you. So, to confirm your order, 1 grilled chicken with steamed vegetables and tomato sauce, prepared completely nut-free with no cross-contamination, and 1 seafood pasta. I'll get this to the kitchen right away with clear instructions, and I'll bring your waters out in just a moment.
Perfect. Thank you again for being so understanding and careful.
My pleasure. I'll be back shortly with your drinks.
Now, let's examine the most important vocabulary and expressions from that dialogue. I've selected 8 words and phrases that are essential for communicating about food allergies and dietary restrictions. Expression 1, severe allergy. This adjective-noun combination describes an allergy that is serious and potentially dangerous. When something is severe, it means it's very serious, intense, or extreme. In the context of allergies, a severe allergy can cause life-threatening reactions. Additional example, he has a severe allergy to bee stings and needs immediate medical attention if he's stung. This expression is crucial because it helps medical professionals and restaurant staff understand that your allergy isn't just a preference or mild discomfort. The word, severe, communicates urgency and the need for extreme caution. Word 2, intolerance. An intolerance is a noun that describes a condition where your body has difficulty digesting certain foods, causing discomfort but not a dangerous immune response. This is different from an allergy, which involves your immune system and can be life-threatening. Additional example, she has a lactose intolerance. So dairy products give her stomach problems, but it's not dangerous like an allergy. It's important to understand this word because restaurant staff often ask whether you have an allergy or an intolerance. An allergy requires absolute avoidance and careful preparation, while an intolerance means you might be able to tolerate small amounts or that the consequences are less severe. Word 3, EpiPen. An EpiPen is a brand name that has become a common noun for an emergency injection device that contains epinephrine, a medication used to treat severe allergic reactions. The name comes from epinephrine pen. Additional example, my daughter's school keeps an EpiPen in the nurse's office in case of emergencies. Mentioning that you carry an EpiPen immediately communicates to restaurant staff that your allergy is life-threatening and must be taken with absolute seriousness. This medical device is specifically designed to counteract anaphylactic shock. Expression 4, anaphylactic shock. This is a medical term referring to a severe, potentially life-threatening allergic reaction that affects the whole body. During anaphylactic shock, blood pressure drops suddenly, airways narrow, and breathing becomes difficult. Additional example, peanut allergies can trigger anaphylactic shock within minutes of exposure. While this is a technical medical term, it's important to know because it's the clearest way to communicate the seriousness of a severe allergic reaction. When you use this term, medical professionals and trained restaurant staff will immediately understand the danger level. Word 5, cross-contamination. This compound noun refers to the process by which allergens or bacteria are accidentally transferred from one food or surface to another. In the context of allergies, it means that safe food becomes unsafe because it touched something that contained an allergen. Additional example, to prevent cross-contamination, use separate cutting boards for raw meat and vegetables. This is extremely important vocabulary for anyone with food allergies. Even if a dish doesn't contain your allergen as an ingredient, cross-contamination can occur through shared cooking surfaces, utensils, or oil. Good restaurants understand this concept and take steps to prevent it. Expression 6, nut products. This phrase refers to any food items made from or containing nuts, including nut oils, nut butters, nut flours, and nut milks. It's broader than just whole nuts. Additional example, Many protein bars contain nut products even if you can't see whole nuts. This expression is useful because many people with nut allergies must avoid not just whole nuts, but anything derived from nuts. When you ask about nut products, you're covering oils, extracts, and processed ingredients that might not be obvious. Word 7. Marinade. A marinade is a noun referring to a flavored liquid mixture in which food is soaked before cooking to add flavor and tenderness. It typically contains oil, acid like vinegar or lemon juice, and seasonings. Additional example. The chicken was left in the marinade overnight to absorb all the flavors. This word is important because marinades are a hidden source of allergens. Even though you might not see nuts on your plate, the meat could have been soaking in a marinade that contained nut oil for hours. Expression 8. Allergen information. This phrase refers to detailed data about which common allergens are present in food products. Common allergens include nuts, dairy, eggs, shellfish, wheat, and soy. Restaurants often maintain lists or books with this information. Additional example. Check the allergen information on the package before buying any processed foods. Many countries now require restaurants and food manufacturers to provide allergen information. Knowing this phrase allows you to ask for detailed ingredient lists and make informed decisions about what's safe to eat. Excellent work today. Let's review what we've covered in this episode. We listened to a realistic conversation between a customer with a severe nut allergy and a professional waiter who understood how to handle the situation properly. You learned how to clearly communicate the seriousness of your allergy, ask the right questions about ingredients and preparation methods, and ensure your meal will be safe. We explored 8 essential vocabulary items: severe allergy intolerance, EpiPen, anaphylactic shock, cross-contamination, nut products, marinade, and allergen information. These words give you the precise language you need to protect yourself when dining out. Remember, when it comes to food allergies, clear communication can literally save your life. Don't be embarrassed or apologetic about your needs. Good restaurants will take your concerns seriously and work with you to ensure a safe dining experience. I encourage you to listen to this episode multiple times. Practice the sentences until they feel natural, and perhaps even write down the key phrases to carry with you when you travel. Thank you for listening to English in Real Life. If this episode was helpful, please share it with other English learners, especially those with food allergies who need this practical language. Stay safe, speak clearly, and remember, you have a right to enjoy dining out while protecting your health. Until next time, keep practicing and stay confident in your English.